All right, today we're looking at a tool that is seriously shaking things up in the world of AI coding. It's a free open source project called Serena, and its entire goal is to give your AI the brain of a modern IDE. This is a big deal, so let's get right into it. So first, we need to talk about a hidden problem, one that pretty much every single developer who uses an AI assistant has run into, even if they don't always talk about it. I mean, really think about it for a second. We've got these incredible tools, right? Copilot, Claude, Gemini. They're amazing. But the moment you drop them into a huge, messy, real-world project, does it feel like they actually get what's going on? And that, right there, is the core of the issue. Most AI assistants treat your code like one giant Word document. They're looking at text. They don't see the architecture. They have no idea how that one class you're working on connects to another module 3 directories away. And that leads to bad suggestions, wasted time, and, those crazy high API bills, because the AI is basically just guessing. But what if there was another way? What if you could give your AI the same deep structural understanding that your favorite code editor has? Well, that's exactly what Serena is all about. Now, it's super important to understand this. Serena is not another LLM. It's not trying to be the next ChatGPT. Think of it more like a toolkit or a translator that plugs into the models you already know and love. It gives them the power to see your code not as just a bunch of text, but as a living, breathing, interconnected system, the way an IDE does. And the benefits here are pretty obvious. It's totally free and open source. It works with pretty much any model you want to throw at it. But the real game changer for a lot of people? The cost savings. Because it's so much smarter and more efficient, it can drastically cut down your API costs. You can even pair it with something like Claude Desktop and potentially bypass those fees altogether. So, to really appreciate why Serena is so different, we gotta quickly peek under the hood of how most AI assistants work today. The whole system is built on a technique called RAG. RAG is actually pretty clever. When you ask your AI a question, it zips across your code base and does this really advanced search to find chunks of text that seem related to your prompt. Then it stuffs that text into the LLM as context. So at its heart, it's a very sophisticated search engine. But just like Serena's creator says here, that's also its fatal flaw. It's still just a text search. It doesn't know for a fact that the user object in one file is the exact same one from another. It's just making an educated guess based on similar words. And that's exactly why these assistants fall apart on big projects. Okay, so if that's the old way, how does Serena do things differently? Well, this is where it gets really cool. It's a totally different approach. Instead of a text search, Serena uses something called the Language Server Protocol, or LSP. Now, if you're a developer, you use LSP literally every single day, probably without even realizing it. It's the magic behind go to definition, find all references, and all that smart autocomplete in VS Code or IntelliJ. It builds an actual symbolic map of your entire project. And when you see them side by side like this, the difference is just night and day. RAG is on the left, guessing based on similar words. LSP is on the right, understanding actual code relationships. This is why RAG is okay for a single file, but LSP is what you need for a massive, complex refactoring job. It's the difference between approximation and precision. The creator had the perfect analogy for this. Using a normal RAG-based AI is like trying to code in Notepad. It just sees text. Using an LSP-powered AI like Serena, that's like coding in VS Code. It gets the structure, the connections, the whole shebang. And this isn't just theory. The community is absolutely feeling the difference. This user on Reddit, Elaine Music, just nails it. It's like read/write on steroids. That's what it feels like when the AI finally understands your code. That kind of feedback really gets to another huge part of Serena's DNA. This is not some closed-off tool built in a silo. It's a living, breathing project that is shaped directly by its users. Oh yeah, let me show you a perfect little story of this in action, pulled straight from a Reddit discussion. It all starts with a user making a super practical suggestion. So this user, Wally Boley, points out this little friction point. Having to go in and manually edit a config file every single time is kind of a pain. They suggest a smarter way to do it. And check out the creator's response. It's not some corporate, thanks, we'll add it to our backlog. Nope, it's quite good, actually. I think I'll adjust it accordingly. That's the power of open source right there.
a direct line from a user's idea to a developer's keyboard.
And because of that incredible feedback loop, the whole ecosystem around Serena is just exploding. You've got support for Python, JavaScript, Rust, Go. The list keeps growing. And it plugs right into your workflow, whether you're in VS Code, Cursor, or even running your own local LLMs.
So let's zoom out. What does all this really mean for the future of coding with AI? Where is this all headed?
Well, the developer community is certainly paying attention. That number right there, more than 13,000 stars on GitHub, that's not just a sign of a popular tool. That's a signal. It shows just how hungry developers are for AI that actually understands code. What we're seeing is the next evolution. We are moving past the AI as a fancy autocomplete era. Tools like Serena are pushing us toward a future where our AI is an intelligent collaborator, a partner that gets the blueprint of your project, not just the words you use to write it. And that's really the question I want to leave you with. When your AI can navigate your entire code base, understand all the dependencies, and trace a variable through 10 different files instantly, has it stopped being just a tool and started becoming something more like a partner? It's definitely something to think about. Thanks for tuning in.